In today's video, we are going to study about three concepts. One is standard deviation, and secondly, we will be looking into what is meant by variance, and finally, we will be looking what is meant by coefficient of variation. So you may ask, if you have went through your syllabus, you would have noticed that there won't be particular topics of standard deviation or variance or coefficient of variation. So don't think that why I'm going to waste a part of my time in studying this, because this part is very essential, as this concept is going to play main role under Hillier's model, and again these concepts will be used under portfolio, and you know that portfolio you will be getting around 30 marks in your examination. Similarly, this lesson also, it will be around 15 to 20 marks you can expect from this lesson, because this lesson is very important and easy too. So instead of going and hitting the concepts without knowing how the formulas came, how to solve that, let us understand the basic part so that it will be easy for you while it comes for the solving. Okay, let me start with standard deviation. So the formula for standard deviation is summation of x minus x bar the whole square divided by n the whole root, guys. So here the symbol used for standard deviation is sigma. That is, sigma is denoting our standard deviation. So what is meant by standard deviation? So standard deviation is nothing but the spread of what? It is the spread of the datas provided from your mean. So before knowing what is meant by standard deviation, one should know what is meant by mean. So mean is nothing but your average. I hope everyone knows the formula of average or how to find your mean. So it is nothing but summation of x, the number of values you're provided with, you're going to add all those values divided by the number of items you're provided with. So after arriving with your mean, what happens is you can find how your other datas are spread from your mean. Okay, before going further, let us discuss about this bell curve, and then let us move further. So let us have a rough idea of this bell curve. The highest point in this bell curve is your mean, so which is denoted as x bar, and then the right hand side is of positive values, which is denoted by 1 sigma, 2 sigma, 3 sigma, and the left hand side is considered to be of negative values. Whenever your z score comes to be negative, the value is going to be lie on the left side of this curve. It is denoted with negative sigma, negative 2 sigma, negative 3 sigma. What does this sigma mean? The sigma means it is the deviation from the mean values, and understand this concept with the help of an example. Math tech score of 5 students, and the scores are 92, 88, 80, 68 and 52. So we have to find our standard deviation. So what is the formula of standard deviation? Sigma is equal to root summation of x minus x bar the whole square divided by n. So we should be finding our x bar. X bar is nothing but summation of x divided by n. So summation of x is the sum of all the values provided. So what are the values provided? Is 92 plus 88 plus 80 plus 68 plus 52 divided by 5. After substituting in this formula, you're arriving with an answer of 76. So your mean is 76. So with the help of the standard deviation formula, let us write our requirements in the column format. So what and all we required? X bar, then we are required of x minus x bar, then I should be finding my x minus x bar the whole square. So after that, I will be adding all these x minus x bar the whole square, then divided by n, and taking the whole rate, I will be arrived with my standard deviation. So let me write the values of x, and x bar is nothing but 76. Is going to be remain the same for all the values. So now x minus x bar, I should be subtracting the x and x bar. So I just arrived with all these values and taking the square. So why I'm just taking square is, if you are not taking the square, what happens is ultimately you will be end up with a value of 0. From there you cannot able to go on with your sum. Taking square, I'm just arrived with the values here. So the summation of which comes to be what? 1056. Now let me substitute all these values in the formula. So my sigma is nothing but 14.53. So approximately my sigma is coming to be 15. So this means my average value is 76. Plus or minus 15 from this 76 is my 1 standard deviation. 2 into 15 comes to be 2 standard deviation. Yeah, we will be seeing in the upcoming slides. Let us see how does this work in this bell curve. So the mean comes to be 76. So this line indicates the deviation of the value from our mean. So 1 sigma. So how you will be computing? So the value lies in this area comes to be 76 plus 15, 91. So the deviation 2 sigma. So the 2 sigma deviation is nothing but from 76 you're getting 2 deviations from your mean. So I'm just going to substitute in the formula. It's so simple. So from 76, if there is a 2 deviation, I will be ending with the value of 106. Similarly, when negative, so it is 76. When I'm just subtracting it, it is nothing but 61. Negative 2 sigma, the value would lies in the left side, so it is 46. So this part is plus 15, right? So the deviation is for 1 sigma is plus 15. Since it is negative, the deviation is minus 15. What is the conclusion we are making here? The conclusion is that students scoring between what? 61 to 91 is considered to be our average value. So most of the times when you are provided with lots of data, they will be like looking into the what is the average, this is how average is being found. So those persons who take mark between 61 to 91 are considered to be taking an average mark. Okay, so a person who is taking 90 cannot be saying I am the highest mark, because it is considered to be an average mark. So the person who is taking 62 is not considered to be an lowest mark, because it is again considered to be an average mark. So how does this helps in our project evaluation? Under capital budgeting decision, standard deviation is used to calculate the risk associated with the estimated cash flows from the project. So we will be using, whenever there is a risk part, the standard deviation used, because you're going to see how much my cash flow is going to vary from my average cash flow or from my average return. So the one part to be learned here is about X score when it comes under bell curve. So this Z is equal to X minus X bar divided by sigma. So what does this Z score helps us with? So this Z score helps us to find the probability, that is, it reflects how many standard deviation above or below the mean a raw score is. If I want to match it with the requirement of our syllabus, that is capital budgeting decision, so suppose I am just arriving with Z is equal to 2 and my return. So what does that mean? So my the return is going to be 2 sigma away from my average return. So if Z comes to be in the negative 2, that is Z is equal to minus 2, then my return is going to lie 2 sigmas away from the average return, which is going to have a negative impact on our project. So this Z score is mainly used in finding our probability. So yes, you are having a sum on that part which will be asked for 12 marks, because it is important and it is very very basic sum you all already studied during your school times. So don't worry, I'm just have a specific video on that topic which will be uploaded shortly.